Hello folks and welcome back to Magic Arena, where we have today a goblin slingshotting stuff, but nonetheless that's not important. They moved the decks thing over. Over here we have Mill Deck. Dearer Mill. The idea? Flip your opponent's deck upside down. So we're going with basically as much to the gut as possible for the mill here. So we're going to be running primarily Psychic Corrosion, which is basically Sphinx's Tutelage. It took me a moment to remember that card. I must have, gotten rid of it from my memory, too traumatic or something. Anyway, so it says whenever you draw a card, each opponent puts the top two cards of their library into their graveyard. So we're going to be running a whole slew of card draw effects, and so on and so forth. So we start with Blink of an Eye to bounce problematic permanents, draw the card, whatever. You need to get to your corrosion as well as survive, all that stuff. So drawing cards when possible. Chart a course, we're running full 4 in order to just go through the deck. 3 Cathartic Reunions. Sometimes discarding 2 is a tough choice and it kind of impacts how you play, so we're running only 3 of these particular ones to draw extra cards. Tormenting Voice, however, a little bit easier to work around, so discard, draw 2. Then we have 4 Haze of Pollen in order to fog our opponent and delay another turn, or if that's not necessary, then we can always cycle it. We've got the 4 Corrosion. We've got 2 Disallow. This is more of a should we really need it, but as you can see, most of the deck is sorcery speed, so Disallow is not very easy to cast, not to mention the double blue in a deck that has 3 colors. We've got 4 Sweltering Suns to deal with creature presence as we need it. We've got 2 Patient Rebuilding, also a new card for 5 mana enchantment. Beginning your upkeep, target opponent puts the top 3 cards of the library into the graveyard, then you draw a card for each land, put it in the graveyard this way. That's just fuel. You get a turn to put this down, start fueling yourself to mill them even quicker. And works great with Psychic Corrosion. You mill a land with Patient Rebuilding, you draw a card, Psychic Corrosion, mill some more, and it just keeps going and going and going. And then with the land base, we have 4 Ipnu Rivulet, and then a bunch of colored land, and a Scavenger Grounds, just in case something kind of pops up out of nowhere that we need to clear right away out of the graveyard. Not to mention, Ipnu Rivulets will make sure that we can maintain that, so we can work it either way. The Scavenger Ground or the Ipnus, however, they're workable. Anyways, sideboard, we're going to flip to this mode because it's a little easier to see the entire list. We're just running some stock stuff. Chandra's Defeat, Sentinel Totem, because we want to scry to our next thing. We can draw discard just fine, so just a 1 mana clear the graveyard. It's just something to work on top of Scavenger Grounds. We've got Jace's Defeat so that we can deal with planeswalkers like Teferi or force through something. We've got 4 Negate to deal with non-creature matchups. We've got 3 Naturalize to deal with that stupid Paradox Storm deck. It worked. Okay, yeah, I played the first deck that I played. First time I played best of 3, it was against Paradox Storm, and Naturalizes came in very quickly. We've got 4 Root Snare versus very creature heavy decks, aggro-ish, that kind of stuff, just to really make sure that we can drive it home that they're never attacking. And we got Deep Freeze for real problem creatures. So if we know they're going to probably run Hazoret, then we can throw it in Deep Freeze, or the Scarab God, or Shalai, or things like that. We want to make sure that they don't don't lock that down. Now, Shalai is only relevant towards Patient Rebuilding because it targets the opponent. Psychic Corrosion does not target your opponent, so you can definitely mill to your leisure there. Anyways, so yeah, that's just ways to deal with the problematic permanents. There you go. So we're going to attempt a best of 3 with all of this one. Since they give us best of 3 mode, we got to definitely try it now. So look forward to seeing you in the games. Also, one more thing. I was invited to take part in the M19 streamer event that's going on very shortly. People from the future, don't worry about it. Anyways, the streamer event that's going on in a short time. Let's see what's listing. Wednesday, Thursday. From this video. And I'm going to get a stocked account to do all kinds of crazy things with. So give me your craziest deck ideas. I don't want normal. I want insane. Things that should never, ever, ever work. I want insane. And with a focus on M19, of course. They're promoting their new product. We want some M19 in there nonetheless. Also, I'm going to have beta codes to give away during the stream, so by all means, show up if you are itching to get in the game and just can't yet, for that reason alone. Alright, well, with that, let's get on to some games. Okay, forgot to mention, Decklist is down in the description. Also, link to my Discord where I also have the deck list and we talk Magic and all that. We're going into best of 1 because best of 3 is full of spikes and we're trying to have fun here. So, since the spike, I can't make a video today because everyone's full of the spike pool. No intuitive deck, like no fun decks. It's all boring decks that are A to B. So we're going to go with whatever random happens in the best of 1. Hopefully somebody's playing something remotely fun here. Because I'm playing against my worst matchups. Me as a player, that is. The ones that I don't do well with. And then the deck doesn't seem to do well versus the ones that I'm good against. So, this deck is probably not an appropriate style to me, but yeah. So anyways, we're going to go against some Go Wide because Chain Whirler doesn't exist. Or we're playing Abzan something. Okay, we might be playing something new, folks. What do you got? I hate you. I hate you so much right now. You don't know how much I hate you right now. Board State in Abzan? Fuck it. Come on. We don't need a Board State in Abzan. Whatever. We got useless cards in hand, so if he wants to try to pull that garbage again, let him. Field of Ruin, whatever. We have everything we need for colors, so if he blows that up, we'll just go grab a blue or something. I don't know. Our opponent is doing nothing worth our time right now. No, not that. Cancel. Although it is tempting. Resolve. Just have the mana available. Don't know what our opponent's actually playing here, because they haven't actually played anything. He's seen our hand. Completely seen our hand. So he knows what we're playing, but we don't know what they're playing, because they're not playing anything. They're playing discard. Fine, whatever. Abzan discard. I mean, that's not what I was expecting. Why do you have the white? Why do you have the green in a discard deck? Why? Why do you have these things? Gets rid of the Chart, of course. Since our hand is just pure card draw... Oh, wonderful. He's going to make us discard that, too. Okay, well, 5 lands that produce 5 different colors of mana amongst 3. Ranging Raptors? What is your deck? Whatever, blink. I'm expecting a cast out from our opponent for the patient rebuilding, to be fair. Go away. I want my land drop. Never mind, I don't want my land drop. There we go. Cool. Get the patient rebuilding down. Apparently my opponent wants to focus discard and something else. I don't know. I don't know why Ranging Raptors is in there. Makes no sense to me. It's not that great a card when you're running Abzan. It's like the worst card in Abzan. Alright, draw me some cards. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So this guy just does not matter to me. Does not matter. So, ship the turn, blink of an eye, because who cares? Yeah, fine. What's the worst you got now? Twilight Prophet? Really? That's gonna suck. This guy's deck is designed not around combat by any means, by the way. Anyways, just blow it up. Or not blow it up, but at least get to the next card. Psychic Corrosion. Now we're in our element here. Mill them, draw some extra cards. Oh, baby. That was beautiful. That was so beautiful. Wow. Alright, well, we want to have double blue no matter what. You know what? I don't care after this. Discard Rootbound Crag. Hold up the Disallow and passively mill them for everything. Woodland Cemetery, sure. Still not sure what our opponent's actually doing, other than playing Twilight Prophet without any whatever. I really don't care about that. I care about the stuff that fights this, so no big deal to me. Mill them some more. Draw a card. Draw a card. Draw a card. We milled 3 lands again? Alright, get hit for 6. Alright. And draw again. Then we'll take a look at their graveyard and see what they're actually working with. Okay, Abzan, good stuff except for the Raptors. Looks like he just ran into his discard and that's it. Yeah. Nothing relevant, special, or anything like that. So I definitely want to just explodify things here. He's shown us something. I have a response. That gives us our Disallow after this, so blow it all up. Ranching Raptors, get some land, sure, whatever. So now we disallow anything. Have to discard 2 cards. Wow. I want to keep the Hinterland Harbor around in this state, so how about we get rid of the Cathartic Reunion for now? We've got plenty of draw discard. I just don't... I like so much of the hand that I don't want to discard 2 cards to Cathartic Reunion. So let's blow up Braska.
Typical.
Who now has a voice line. Mill 3 lands. Okay, we got there. Okay, you go to the best one, and suddenly the free decks come out. Fun decks come out of nowhere. I mean, that was definitely a deck that I'm sure that if we weren't doing what we were doing would have been a lot of fun to play against. You know, just a little bit of everything. A good old mid-range deck, honestly. Alright, we're against Burkath. We're on the draw, and... yeah, it's brown land at the wrong time. Also 2-lander. We don't need that one, though. Would you believe 27 lands in most games I have recorded I have not shown you because I have to fight tooth and nail to find lands while my opponent just curves out on me? I can't figure it out. Like, unless I checked, we're running all these card draw effects and I can't get a land to save me. Alright, Land of War Elves. And Mountain. We need double red, like yesterday, by the way. So, I'm going to Cathartic Reunion right now. And, like I said about the whole lands thing, I'm still ditching them regardless. Because we're going to draw a bunch more anyway. But, we did get a red source, which I need an island for. Draconic Disciple. I want my red source untapped right now. Close. I'm going to have to deal with that. Our opponent might just ramp into a dragon, and because I'm struggling with mana. Yeah, he's ramping into a dragon. Or not. No dragon. I suppose Varix is still a possibility, but if he draws all this low stuff, I am absolutely rolling over him. No questions asked. I will roll over him completely from here. It's got an effect, I just don't know what it is. Alright, so we're starting to get our mill in our hand perfectly fine here. Can't complain. Alright, cleaned up the board. All the mana dorks gone. None of that going on. Think we're going to have to try to get the patient rebuilding and just redraw our everything again. And then on 6, if our opponent doesn't do anything too nasty, then we can... Okay, yeah. Yeah, if our opponent doesn't do anything too nasty next turn and we draw something... we draw nothing relevant, or something like that, I don't know. We have no actual... mountain. So we're going to have to rebuild like this. I wanted to get the Rootbound Crag drop, but I couldn't. So we'll get this down and try to draw out of it. Volcanic Dragon out of nowhere, I guess? Volcanic Dragon? It's a dragon, regardless. Draw some extra cards and some extra cards, and also we got a very, very relevant card for dealing with the dragons. As it stands, I don't know how many dragons my opponent really wants to get into, but hey, we're in a spot where let's slow them down a little bit. They're playing some unusual stuff, so hopefully they get stuck on some dorks for a while. I don't know. The thing I like about the mill deck the most is patient rebuilding, honestly. I love it. It's very passive, does some things. Yeah, he's stuck on some mana dorks. So we get a whole bunch more cards. An insane amount of cards. Wow, just so much. Okay, so whatever our opponent's doing, I don't care. We're going to jam double corrosion on them. Not sure really what they're up to, but hey. If they're going to give us a little bit of time to set up, then we're going to take advantage of that. Yeah, sure, play the Spirebluff. We're going to be going through a whole ton of mill cards next turn. They still have 40 in their deck. Patient rebuilding is slow, but you saw what it did. It, like... This is the kind of card that I want for my control deck, based on what you just saw. And I'll definitely be putting it in a control deck. I think that's where its shell belongs, and that we mill via that route. So we'll see if something big and nasty comes out. Varix. Unkicked. That's fine. Now, if we were to blink of an eye that would be interesting. A fight with fire is what I see. Kill a disciple. Alright, some more cards went in. Lightning Strikes, Sweltering Suns. Just kind of checking what's here. Kind of cursory glance at things. Alright, draw a card, untap land. That's probably where I want to be. Okay. So, they have 28 cards remaining in their library. How dumb can we make this? Let's do as much as we can in one turn. Discard Rivulet. Don't need it. Sulfur Falls. Chart of course. Bunch of triggers. Oh yeah, we're moving right along. Tormenting Voice. At the end of the day, we'll eventually find a fog. So even if we don't make it, it's fine. But I mean, we've probably made it already. Unless we suddenly run into a Gaia's Blessing out of nowhere. Which we'll have to just take care of. Alright, well, there's some more dragons. Shivan Dragon? Alright, fine. It's a little deep. Our opponent is pausing on triggers for no reason whatsoever. I mean, when that timer burns out, then we get to play however we please. Okay, Chart Course. You're totally dead, dude. Totally dead. Okay. Yeah, just ditch that. We got there. Unless the blessing is in the deck. And Cathartic Reunion. That would be a bit of a blowout, but whatever. Ditch you, ditch you. I've been seeing some Gaia's Blessings in increasing amounts, folks. And have all the triggers. Enjoy those. And you're dead. Zing boom. Zing boom. Got there! Against the strangest dragon deck ever. With no real fogs on our part. They were deep in the deck. Real deep. In any case, we made it. We got there. What did I get? Okay, so that's the deck, folks. And from what I can tell, this meta is certainly by no means friendly to mill currently. Maybe after rotation, sure, but there's just too many decks that take it down for now that you just got to deal with. There's too many good decks, and this one's not set up for it. Although I will say at the end of the day, Patient Rebuilding is a very good card on its own. That's the one that definitely surprised me. It gives you so much value. So much value. I mean, when you're looking at, do I play my Teferi or do I play a Patient Rebuilding? The answer is yes. Go and play either one of them. I would be happy playing either one of them, but Patient Rebuilding is the one that you don't have to worry about loyalty counters for. So take it with that kind of thought. There's the untap land effect, and then there's just draw every card in your deck plan. So take it as you wish. There's a lot of card draw that comes from Patient Rebuilding. I am very happy with this card. Although occasionally it blanks, but occasionally it draws you 3 cards too. So you'll figure it out. It averages out quite nicely, honestly. Anyways, that's the deck. Yeah, actually, if you were to do a mathematical rate, unless your opponent's running 20 lands, it's going to be doing more than 1 card per turn on average. So think about it that way. So it could be an extra card per turn, and it could be an extra few cards per turn, and it's a win con for your blue-white deck. Very good win con. And honestly, I don't know if you'd need Gear Hulk all that much. Gear Hulk is haste or flash, and recursion, but this is just 3 cards passively. You don't have to do anything. You just sit it there, and and they're waiting for you to have your 6 mana or tap into a Gear Hulk, and you're just like, I'll just draw cards forever and play my answers instead of my Gear Hulks and just mill you. So if you want to go with the mill plan, the mill to fairy plan, Patient Rebuilding, great card to speed you up. I think that's probably where it wants to be, and I'm definitely going to test it myself. I'm pretty sure I have all the cards necessary for it. So if you want to see a scumbag deck that mills with Patient Rebuilding, I'll probably have that for you soon enough. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Join the Discord where we'll definitely send out the alert for when the event is occurring and when I stream during said event from earlier. And for deck lists and general Magic chat, that's where we're going to be. All right, take care. Bye-bye.